Hello and welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Sean and Tracy. I am Sean,
And I'm Tracy.
and we are talking to you all that are 50 and fabulous.
And don't forget handsome.
And we want you to know that we want to get some education happening,
Yes.
some empowerment.
We want to grow with you. We want to learn with you. We want to see what you're doing, 50 and over.
So like, share, comment, follow, subscribe,
Grab your
and
tea.
grab your tea. Hey, y'all. What's
Hey.
up?
Hello.
It is Tea and Cornbread with Sean and Tracy. I am Sean.
And I am Tracy.
Hey, Trey, how are you? How was your weekend?
I'm well. My weekend was okay. We, lost a mother of one of the mothers from Pearl Lake, and we had the services yesterday.
Okay.
So our blessings and love go out to the Parker family.
Yes.
What else did I do? Saturday, I didn't do much after that. And then yesterday, me and my brother hang out, food, washing the car,
Okay.
and just enjoyed the day. How about you?
Okay. No, yesterday was a whirlwind, but it's all right.
Okay.
All is well.
Good, good.
And I was just like, tired at the end.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
going into details or whatever,
Right,
but
right.
prayers to the Parker family. I apologize
Definitely.
I wasn't there.
Yep.
But
But we were represented, so
yeah.
I know
That's
they
our
know.
Pearl Lake family.
Yes,
We all grew up
that's
together
exactly
from
what
Pearl
it
Lake.
is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, but that's it.
That's
it. Yeah. That's it.
And here we are on this Sunday with our guest.
Yes, I can't.
Hello.
I'm so excited about this
Yeah.
conversation because Denise's been around for a long time doing what she does, doing what she does. So first, we're gonna do our devotional.
Go
Then we'll
ahead.
do our breathing, and then we'll get into the
We'll get
conversation.
into it.
Sounds good.
Introduce our guest and talk about what she has going on.
All right. I'm just opening the book. It's
Go ahead.
called Trust in Jesus Every Day, Devotions to Increase a Woman's Faith. So I just opened it, and this is Blind Faith. I am sure that nothing can separate us from God's love, not life or death, not angels or spirits, not the present or the future. That's Romans 8:38. It says, let's be honest. There are some beauty tricks that simply don't make sense if you think about them too long. In fact, some of them are downright gross. For instance, if you have tried if you have tired puffy eyes for too many sleepless nights, you're supposed to pat with a little preparation H under your eyes to reduce the puffiness and rejuvenate your tired peepers. Yes, it's quite effective, but did you ever think you'd use hemorrhoid cream around your eyes? Me either. Or how about the old Vaseline on the teeth trick? Beauty queens have known that this tip for years. You simply put a little slimy Vaseline over your front teeth to create a shinier smile on stage. Of course, it feels yucky, but it works. Sometimes you just have to have blind faith and try odd beauty tricks. There's no rhyme or reason to them, and they may even seem gross to you. But if you try them, you'll discover they actually work. Some of the teachings in the Bible seem odd too. Take Matthew 5:38 to 41, 40 and 44 NIV version. For example, instead of an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth, we are supposed to love our enemies. You have heard that it was said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and you take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. I feel like I read that wrong. If anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Not exactly what human nature tells us to do, right? Sometimes you just have to trust and go forward in blind faith. If you are a very practical person, this might be hard for you. So ask God to help you follow his ways, even when they seem outlandish and uncomfortable. He will. He is the Father of faith, and he has more than enough to fill you up so that you can step out in blind faith and love your enemies, pray for those who despitefully use you, and go that extra mile. So take a risk, go against your human nature, and step out in blind faith, both in the natural and in the spiritual. You'll have rusted eyes, shiny teeth, and a beautiful spirit.
Okay.
Right. That said a lot.
That did.
Said a lot.
That did.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. All right, all right. You want to introduce our guest?
Oh, sure. We have the fabulous Deneen Fryer here. Woo! Welcome,
Thank you.
Deneen. We are very excited to have you. We appreciate you coming and accepting our invitation. One of the things we talk about a lot of times is the youth. You are doing big things in the community with our youth. We want to let you know that we see you, we appreciate you.
Yes.
And we want you to come on our platform and talk a little bit more about it. I read your bio, Hoops for Life. You started that, it says, in 2018. You started it on wanting to help the youth do something, steer them in the right direction of not, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm not reading from your bio, I'm reading from what I took from it. Not having them be on the streets. And my assumption is, and you'll get more into it, is not just for young men, it's also for females too that you are working with. We'll get into the age groups of that. I read in the bio that you educate, you mentor. We want to know a lot about that because that's very, very important. So you give us a little bit about yourself, why you got into doing what you're doing.
First of all, I just want to thank y'all for even giving me the opportunity to use this platform to embrace and talk about Hoops for Life. So I greatly appreciate that, and I also greatly appreciate the things that y'all are doing for the community as well.
Thank you.
So a little bit about Hoops for Life. We started in 2009.
Okay.
2009, we started Hoops for Life. Myself and Dara Parker and DJ Mallory was a part of that first initiative, getting it off the ground. I felt like we had a conversation, all three of us had a conversation about there wasn't really a lot to do for kids for sports, and kids of color. So a lot of times they had to go to the Y. The pie wasn't really that big at the time. Boys and Girls Club. There really wasn't nothing for girls to do. So for me playing basketball and DJ for playing basketball, we try to say, what can we do for these kids, to, especially girls basketball, to continue to play basketball. So so we established Hoops for Life, and the name came from hoops, because we all three of us play hoops, the number 4, and we wanted to do it for life. So that's
Okay.
how we established the
Okay.
Hoops for Life part. And plus, we all done stuff in the community with kids, with basketball. I went back and coached my alma mater, Crosby, for a few years and stuff like that. So we just kind of want to always keep that alive. So that's how we kind of established. And then we all played for Pearl Street, switched to Summer Sound. So with that being said, we put all the pieces. We had all three had good experience with hoops for Swiss Pearl Street. So we kind of revise that
Okay.
in a new era.
Yes.
Kind of did that in a new era. So that's how all that came and started. We had a conversation with Hubie, William Rest His Soul,
Yeah.
Dr. Gatlin. We talked to many people about how we can get this off the ground and kind of be duplicate of what
But you
they used to
grew
have.
up on. Yeah.
So-
Awesome.
Yep.
You said some old names. I forgot that,
Yeah.
you forgot about those people until you said those names that were very prevalent in the community, helping the youth back in the day. And that's an awesome thing that they left that impression on you and helped you to establish what you're doing right now.
Absolutely. It was I was a big part of Pearl Street. When it was on Pearl Street, the Q,
Right,
Reading Can Be
right,
Fun. I was in them
Yeah.
doors every day,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it was just kind of, like you said, it was something that I close dear to me.
Right.
And as well as, at the time, Dara Parker and them stuff.
Yes.
So we just kind of just say, hey, listen, let's try to do this in a new modern way, in which, we kind of took some pieces from them. And then we established our own, twist to what we want it to look like.
Yeah, kind of made it your own when you
Yes.
guys got together. So talk a little bit about not so much where you're at, but how do you get established with the children to have them come out and join Hoop for Life? Where are you, what are the ages? Where are you at?
So Believe it or not, we started with 59 kids when I first started in 2009.
That's a lot of kids.
59 to now, I'm over 1,000 some kids.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Now that's a lot of kids. That's nice.
but that was building relationships with the community.
Okay.
So with that being said, is that we started for just a summer program. So as we did a summer program, once again, there was no other programs around here. So when the following year came, September, people was asking us, hey, why don't you do a fall league?
Yeah.
But that wasn't where our train of thinking was at. So we didn't do a fall league. So when time it came in summer again, people had come to us asking us, hey, how's your summer league going to look like this year? You should add this component. You should do this component. So what we did, because we didn't had started with 59 the previous year, we had boys and girls playing together because that's how we all played. All three of us played with boys and girls.
Right.
So, of course, the boys was getting a little rougher, so we just started to establish a girls league.
Okay.
So we serve kids from 9 years old to 18. And 18 mean that you're still in high school.
Okay.
Once you get out of high school, you no
Gotta
longer
move on
play
to something else. Yeah.
So that's how our platform started. And we started with a fundamental league. So our program is based about developing kids' skill sets. Because everybody wants to win. No one have the time to develop kids' skill sets.
Right.
Very important.
So for me and Parker being coaches at the time, we see this when girls come to start coming for basketball practice and they don't have any, excuse me, don't have no skill sets.
Right.
And they don't have the basics. So you spend so much time teaching the basics and the fundamentals that, time you look around, now your season start.
Right.
And you didn't start anything.
Right.
Okay.
So we said we'll use this platform, Who's for Life, to establish a fundamental league, develop their skill sets. And then we started reaching out to different coaches. And that's how we kind of started with the Catholic schools, reaching out coaches, say, hey, during your off season, these kids can get these skill sets and develop their program.
So I have a question. So when you're saying that you started doing it as a developmental program, so is that still in the summer, or do you do that before season starts so that they can play, or do they play like scrimmages, or how does that work?
So, no, we have 3 seasons. We have the summer, fall, and spring.
Okay.
So we cater to what our community needed. And as people come to talk to us, our program grew what we needed to be done. So we do a summer league, which runs for, that was our biggest one. It runs for 10 weeks because the kids are off for the summer. And then the fall league, we prepping the kids for the basketball season.
Okay.
So that starts from October to Thanksgiving. So when they establish and go to their school, they're already in shape.
Nice. Nice.
And then we started the April League, which now turned into pretty much like our AAU, getting the kids ready for AAU to another platform. So we started them 3 platforms so that it can help the kids develop, especially during off season. If you play all year, you're gonna get better. And that's the thing that we try to teach the kids, develop your skill sets. We also just added a new component last summer for young kids from 1st and 3rd grade. Because now they're starting young to play basketball. So that is basically all about development, dribbling, skill sets, bouncing the ball, how to play basketball, all that fundamental stuff.
Nice. I don't like this is the more you talk, the more my eyes open up and say thank you. Just thank you, because I think the younger you start, the better, like you said.
Absolutely.
And then going almost year long with it is also a very important thing. One of the things I found important when my boys played ball is participation from your parents. Yeah, the child has to be focused and they need to want to be there. How is that, the parent participation? And what I mean by that is, are they there for practice? Are they there for games? Are they there observing? What's that relationship like?
A beautiful relationship. That's another reason Who's for Life was based on, is the partnership with parents and have parents involved in their kids' development.
Very important,
right?
yes.
Because they pay, so they should know a part of it,
Yes.
right? So the only difference is that when you get to the high school level, you don't have a lot of participation from parents. But from the grade school up to middle school, I have 100% of parents that come to
Nice.
practice, come to all the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we do have that. You figure when kids get to high school, their parents feel like they're old enough to handle
Right.
their own. But we do get some participation on that level, but not as much as on the lower level.
I think it's still important, not judging anybody, but I think it's important, whatever you're doing at whatever age, that you look and see somebody out there rooting for you. You
Abs-
know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My parents worked so much, so they didn't really come to a lot of my basketball games.
right?
So now,
well, I think it was different when
But
we were
it was
growing
coming
up.
up,
Because
but
we had the whole
absolutely.
village.
Right.
it was a village. So you had
Right.
other
Yeah.
people there to
Yeah.
watch and you
Right.
play.
I'm
So-
not gonna be there today, but Miss Jones may
Right,
be there. You
right.
know, so,
Absolutely, that's how it
yeah.
went. So
Yeah.
we definitely keep the parents involved, and when we register the kids, we really talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
And we don't have any issues with that.
Yeah.
And also, we try to, most of the time, probably about 85% of the time, get coaches who played basketball.
Right.
So the kids are getting development during practice.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that person had played.
Yeah.
And that's the difference that sets us apart from some other organizations.
Yeah.
Is that we definitely look for coaches, women or male, who also play.
play.
Experienced
yeah.
it, know the rules, and that's very important to bring to the forefront. So you said it's 4 of you or 3 of you that have this program going on. You have over 1,000 children. How do you manage that? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So now Derek Parker retired, so he's down in North Carolina, but he still share a big piece of Hoops for
Okay.
Life. Deidre Mallory, at the time, she left to watch her kids play basketball.
Yes.
So now I
Okay.
had picked up another partner called Randy Brooks. Randy Brooks does a lot of my development. He does a lot of my training
Okay.
as well. Now I'm looking for a steady partner to do some other stuff on the back end. So I'm in a position right now where that's starting to develop with having another
Like a
partner.
team.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
So how many teams do you have, and how many coaches do you have?
So the teams varies by season.
Okay.
So like I said, my summer season is my biggest season.
biggest,
So I can have between 20 coaches, and that's between all the leagues, right? So that's the little kids league, the middle school and high school. Or I can have 30. It depends on how many kids come out and participate.
Okay.
So I have, it can varies. And then it goes varies how high I want it to go too. Sometimes I have to put a cap on it because we get too many kids.
Right.
We don't never want to turn anybody around.
Right.
And then also we want to keep the teams have more than 10 kids on the team, so
Okay.
kids can play. But part of my program is that you pay, you play.
Yeah.
So it's not that you come and the kid's not going to play.
Right,
I don't dictate how much time the coaches play them, but they do play, and all
They
the
make
coaches
sure
know.
everybody plays.
Right.
Because that's the point. It's to develop them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And they can't develop if they don't play.
If they don't
Absolutely.
get in there.
You know? Yeah. And then you play favoritism when that happens too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, no, we can't do that. Okay. There was another question. So how do you have sponsorship? I remember before Sean's Main Attraction was the sponsor.
Sponsorship,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Tell us about sponsorship.
So sponsorship comes many different ways. We look for grants also to keep the fee low. Last year was the first year I had to raise my prices. I've been $65 forever.
Okay.
Right, but during COVID changed a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Now I official basketball as well, and officials wanted to get paid a little bit more. So before I was able to say, hey, I can't pay you X amount of dollars because I'm a nonprofit, and I try to keep local guys that don't have to
Right.
spend too much money for gas.
Right.
So I get sponsorships by going to local businesses and establish a relationship with them, ask them if they want to sponsor a kid for, $65 to $90, whatever. And most of the time, our sponsorship start from $500. So that's a whole team.
Oh, nice.
500
Okay.
whole team. Then you could do $300, and then $100 for this, that, and third, right? So then we also invite you back to our banquet. In summertime, we have award banquet, and we ask them to come back. We give them a team picture. We used to put their logo on our T-shirts and stuff like that. We got away from that a little bit.
Okay.
But that's how we kind of establish. We don't really look. I need to go a little deeper and style sponsorships a little higher than what we do. So, but I just been blessed that people have been coming through, and no kid went without.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
good that you're able to even do that. $65. Does that include traveling? Because I know back in the day, do you travel a lot? Back in the day, they used to travel a lot, not just staying within Connecticut.
So the $600 is just to play in the league. That don't include the AAU. The
Okay.
AAU is a lot
Okay.
more expensive,
Right.
because you are going to travel and you got to play for tournaments. The
Gotcha.
$65 would just play in my league itself, and that include a T-shirt, one practice, one game a week.
Gotcha. Okay. So AAU, you do the same thing as far as funding, raising money, going out to different establishments.
Yes, with the AAU, I use a lot of the money for through grants because the tournaments are a lot more expensive. The uniforms are a lot more expensive.
Sometimes
the
you have
overnight stuff like that. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's not as expensive as some other establishments.
Okay.
We always keep it reasonable because Who's for Life is based on giving kids an opportunity.
Right.
So that we always try to keep that in mind. We got to keep competitive. 'Cause,
Correct.
I can't compete with other big establishments that get a lot of grants.
Right.
So I have to be somewhat in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I think that's again where you need parent participation or, people that are volunteering to help you move the children around from tournament to tournament.
Absolutely. We have some great parents that are always ready and to help other families get the kids to the tournament and stuff like that.
Okay.
Our coaches do as well sometimes. But we try, once again, keep the parents on participation. And, we give them a list of tournament games so that they can establish their
Organize.
schedule.
Plan
Yeah, I was about to say.
accordingly.
So then they'll know if they can get their kid there and other places. So
Okay.
Or organize like a what do you call it?
we have a team mom and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
I was thinking carpooling.
carpool,
You know what I mean?
becoming-
Yeah.
But believe it or not, a lot of these parents are just new to that because in our generation, that's how I
I
was
was
able to
getting
get
ready to
around.
say, when we went, people with vans or SUVs,
Yeah.
you taking 5, you taking 6,
Yeah.
and we meeting at,
Yeah,
so,
They don't
that's
do that.
new. That's new now.
oh, wow.
That's new. So I had to reestablish that to parents.
It's really old. They just,
It's new to these new moms.
yeah.
But
Wow,
for
that's
us,
funny
it's
to hear
old.
that. Like, I'm laughing inside. Really?
Yeah. You tell people carpool.
It's like, what is that?
Yeah. So
Okay.
So
Take one car. Everybody get in one
yes.
car.
Yeah,
and,
load it down.
Yeah, and contribute to the gas.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
You
know?
drive this time, I'll drive next time.
Absolutely. Rotate
So,
that.
so that's been really the last 2 years really doing it. It's been working really well.
Nice.
And that platform helps with the WhatsApp app and the apps, so that parents,
okay.
everybody's connected.
Yes.
Everybody knows.
Yes.
So that in our day we didn't have that.
Right.
So that's a good platform.
We had a
use.
phone tree, a piece of paper, everybody
Right,
numbers.
Yeah, so now it got apps that help us do all that stuff now. So that's been a great help as well.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. So you have, you said you go up to the age of 18. So after 18, what happens hopefully is they move on. They're still doing whatever they want to do in basketball. Do they ever come back and help you?
You just took the question out of my mouth.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We don't have a whole lot come back because once again, a lot of the kids our goal is for them to go to college and stuff like
yeah.
that. So once they get to college and do internships and stuff like that, we don't get a lot to come back because
Yeah.
our summer program, when we start, they can't fulfill the whole summer
Right.
because they got to go to
Right.
college.
Okay.
So, we try to keep that in mind. They get assistant that can carry on the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks while you went back to college. We do that.
Okay.
But, so it's hard during that period of season. But we do have kids come back to talk to our students during clinics, basketball clinics and stuff like that
nice.
throughout the year. They do come back and say stuff like that. So we ask them to do other stuff besides that during the
Right,
summertime.
right.
So this summer we actually got 2 kids that used to play Foods for Life wants to come back. So I'm allowed them to come back to coach and try to get assistant coach for
Oh,
them so
nice.
that they can
Nice.
get the first year experience of coaching.
Yeah.
And it's nice for the the youth to see that face again.
Right.
That for it to come back round circle.
Right.
That's nice.
But the other thing too is that because I've been around for so long and I have faithful coaches that have been a part of my program since I started. So is they continue to stay on. So I always advertise for new coaches because I need new blood.
Right.
I want to see new things.
Right.
Right.
I just want to give everybody an opportunity.
Yes.
So I do advertise, but majority of the people always come back.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. Wow.
Did you say where you guys are practicing at right now? You may have and I missed it.
So because I don't have a building, and that's something that I'm working on, I'm going to in the
She needs
future
a
right
building,
now.
people.
I need a building.
Let's see what we can help her out with.
Right.
Something. I don't know what, but how.
So I usually use my West Side Middle School, and I usually use Johnny
okay.
Freed. Aces, Chase have allowed us to use their gym as well. And but we still got to pay
Yeah.
these facilities. So that's where some of the money go to as well. We had to pay for some facilities
Okay.
for the kids. So That's usually where we use that. We usually use them two sites because it's easy for people who don't live in our community, who travels from Southbury, North, to other places that is on and off the highway. Reed is a beautiful school, and it's good for younger kids to play because of the small
The gym size.
ties. So that's usually. I have used other schools
Right.
as well, but them two is usually my main
Go to.
schools. Yes.
So right now you're searching for a home, like Sean said. Whatever you can do, reach out to Deneen
Yeah.
and give them
Yes,
a
I
place.
appreciate it. I
Yeah.
greatly appreciated looking for a home.
Nice. So tell us how people can contact you if they want to make a donation, if they want to be a part of it. Tell them where they can find you.
So they can find me at my website, which is www.hoopsforlifect.com. My email address is hoopsforlife 0092 at AOL.
Okay. And that's hoops, HOOPS, the number 4.
Correct,
right?
the number 4.
The number 4 for life.com.
Absolutely.
Awesome. This was great.
Yeah, no, definitely
Yeah.
was. But before we go, one thing I wanted you to touch on is your mentorship, and the education part I'm going to take away is the clinics that you do. But you said you have a mentorship too. What does that look like, and how does that?
So we do have a lot of education pieces. We have a STEM program. We have a theater art program.
Oh wow.
We have STEM to theater arts. We have spectrometry. So we have other education programs that we use, but our main thing, of course, Hoops for Life is the sports part.
basketball.
Is the
Yeah.
basketball is the thing that bring it out. Our mentor program is about the coaches. When the coaches come in, we ask the coaches to mentor to the kids during practice.
Nice.
So they mentor to them. We're starting to do another platform that's going to be coming out for September, so it's not really fully together yet, so I don't want to talk about it. But our education program, we started education programs about 2019, just before COVID, then it had to go on hold because we couldn't use
Yes.
the
Right.
schools. So we've been back this year doing our STEM program, and we've been doing our spectrometry. So we've been back in business.
Right.
Nice.
Not
Right.
fully up,
Yeah,
but we've
but
been
you're getting
doing,
there.
but we're getting there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for mentors, anybody who can, have some type of creativity, something that they want to offer to the kids that is a little different, to twist it. So we always offer new platforms because it's always good for the kids to hear new stuff. We also partner with Grind Fitness. Last summer, they did a beautiful clinic for our kids for 8 weeks. We partnered up with Waterbury Hospital. They did a health and wellness program.
You
with
are
the kids.
well connected. This is good to hear.
So they did a program teaching the kids how to eat healthy and stuff like that. It was really good.
Nice.
And this happens at Westside Middle School?
So it happened different locations, depending
Okay.
what gyms is available. Once again, I don't have a
Right.
home,
Right.
so I have to use different facilities
Right.
for different events. Whoever's available, gyms available for us to use different stuff. So
Okay.
that's what we've been doing.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. This has really have been an
Yeah.
enlightening conversation, and I hope that people are listening. You need something for your children to do if they're interested or want to learn the fundamentals. Check her out.
Check her out. Check her out. Yeah, because this was enlightening because, we thought it was just about basketball. And
Right.
it
It's
is,
such-
it's
bigger
more
than that.
Yeah, it's bigger than basketball. All right. All
Yeah.
right. Because, and it gives the kids an opportunity to learn how to be well-rounded.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're
Yes.
giving them, because you have to have the fundamentals.
Right.
And the fundamentals are not just about how to dribble a
Dribble
ball.
a ball, put it in the basket.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, because everything that you just said, it will develop a healthy athlete.
Yes, yes, that's our goal. Like a part of our platform is to keep the kids off the street.
Yeah.
When we established in 2009, that's our platform, to keep kids off the street, give them an alternative place to be in a safe, nurturing place.
nurturing place.
So that's what our goal was, and it's still our goal is to give a kid a safe place to be at. And then our goal is to start the education pieces, to have everything underneath one umbrella.
Right.
You can
Okay.
do the sports, you can do education, and we're getting ready to introduce a new sport this summer for Hoops for Life.
Okay.
Can't talk about it
Can't
yet.
talk
Yeah.
about it. Well, we're going to have
We'll
her
have you
on.
back again
Yes,
so
we'll
you can
have
talk
you
about
on.
it once you
And,
initiate
and
it.
know that, too. So whenever you have anything happening, just give us a call,
Definitely.
I will.
Let us know, because this is what this is about. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Right.
people got to see the face behind these programs that are happening, or this has really been establishing a platform where more people can see. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, more people.
Definitely.
We see more people. I mean, you're reaching more people. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah, that's our goal. When I first started, once again, 2009, we didn't have Parent Square and stuff like that established.
Right.
I did everything word for mouth, going to stores, handing out flyers, and doing a lot of legwork.
Right.
Believe it or not, from mouth to mouth, it's still the best
It's
method.
the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
People like
Word of mouth.
people like social media and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
word of mouth, because people wants to hear about your program
Yeah.
personally.
And
And I'm still kind of like old fashioned, where the kids register online, stuff like that. But I also hold an open registration.
Nice.
Parents can come in and meet me
Yes.
and ask me
Right.
questions
Yeah.
as well, because I think it's important to see the face of Hoops
Definitely.
Alive.
Absolutely.
So I
Definitely.
still do that, and that's important to me, to establish that relationship
Right.
with parents.
Right.
Yeah, this is really good, and I know we keep saying that it's awesome, that it's great. It really is, to even know that you have been established since 2009. You played basketball, so who best to learn from than
Right.
someone who's been through it? So you know what you were educated in, what you took from it. So now you could say, like you said earlier, you put your little twist on it and bring it in, to current 2024. I'm still kind of baffled about them not knowing about carpooling, but okay.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay, I guess maybe that's showing my age, but I'm okay with it. Carpool away.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know what we didn't say at the very beginning is that you were born and raised here, right?
No.
Oh, okay, you weren't.
I'm from Newburgh, New York.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I've been here long enough to say that
I was getting ready to say, I thought I knew you all my life. No.
right,
A lot
right.
of people said that. I didn't drink the water from up down the horse yet.
Right.
So I'm not sure this will be my resting place.
Okay.
But yes, I've been here for over 30 some years.
Okay.
So this is home to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Nice.
all right. So I
Nice.
stand corrected. Yep. But you went into education and everything, and what do you teach?
So while I don't teach, I'm a truancy prevention.
Oh,
So
okay. See,
so-
I'm my information. I just assume. Okay, well, no. Tell us about that piece. So that people know your background, because we didn't go really into the background.
Right.
But you've been in the school system. That I know.
I have been in the school
Yeah.
system for over 30 some years. So
Yeah.
I have been well established. And I used to work in Meriden, Ansonia. Now I'm here in Waterbury. Now I'm doing truancy prevention for Westside Middle School. We all assigned to a location.
Okay.
So Westside is my home base, and I love it. I love the relationship with parents. I love to talk to the kids, and just a new face of telling kids and stuff how important it is to come to school.
Right.
And
Right.
attendance matters. But, a lot of kids
Yes.
may not hear that all the time, that it is important, because your attendance in school affect your workplace
Life later.
and life later. And that's the pattern that you try to correct at a young age, is that your attendance, being to school on time, doing the things you need to do, isn't going to affect you on a higher scale.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. And I know you bring that into basketball. When these young children sign up, that's something you get into, making sure those grades are where they needed to be. They're in school.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, it's not heavily because parents pay to play in my league that we do address attendance, and it's important that you come to practice on time and, the games on time, stuff like that. So I don't have an issue with that, because we established that early on with the parents about how important it is to kids to get on time and pick them up on time. So I don't run into that problem. Occasionally, every now and then, maybe once or twice a year. But we don't run into that problem, because
Nice.
I use what my skill sets, what I learned from my professional job, into what I do for Hoops for Life.
Right. Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. All right.
We just sitting
Well,
here smiling.
Yeah, yeah. So again, thank you
Yes.
for coming on. Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Definitely. Yes.
I hope that you all got a lot of information from this that's going to be helpful to encourage more youth to get involved, and parents and whoever else that might want to help you in one way, shape, or form. Because you were saying that you're building that team, like behind the scenes and things like that. So reach out to her at hoops, HOOPS, the number 4 for life.com, and hoops for life at AOL.com.
Yes.
If you're going to email her, hoops for life at AOL.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Deneen.
And
Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to use this platform to, reach the community, and hopefully that we can get some volunteers and some coaches, some grants.
Come
through
on
this.
out and help.
So that's only, but just coming to have a relationship with you is to be able to use the platform to reach out to more families in the community, donors.
Yeah.
Good job.
Awesome,
Good job.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow and comment.
Thank you.
Thank you.